Hello and welcome to this mid-morning taste challenge. We have two American blended whiskeys, both bottled by Buffalo Trace, but not on their website. All right, this is Iron Wheel Kentucky blended whiskey made in Kentucky, 100% American grown corn. Yeah, corn. I'm reading it backwards. 40% alcohol. There's an essay on this side about the importance of the iron wheel in agriculture. And then this side, it tells us it's 3 years old. And you say, that looks like an ancient age bottle. That looks like a benchmark, McAfee's benchmark old number 8 bottle. Right. Because Buffalo Trace makes it, and Buffalo Trace is owned by the Sazerac Company. All right. Of New Orleans, Louisiana. Wholly owned by Mr. and Mrs. William Goldring. All right. This one was introduced in 2022. This one is called Seagram's 83 American. Okay, so Seagram's 83 American whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color. But it's 83 proof, not 80 proof. 83 proof, get it? 83 proof. And it says 1883. Yeah, sure. And there's your famous Seagram's crest. I don't want to be too flip or sarcastic. Look, it is related to the year 1883 because in 1883, Joseph Seagram started his Seagram's Rye Distillery in Canada. All right. So 1883, the Seagram's Rye Distillery was started. All right, fine. I don't think it's open anymore. It got shut down. And now it's something like some kind of boutique shopping mall or something like that. But anyway, in 1933, for the 50th anniversary of Seagram's distillery getting built, you know, the Rye distillery, they came out with a new product called Seagram's 83 to celebrate the 50th anniversary. And that was produced in Canada, and it's still made in Canada. And I think it's 80 proof, and it was sold in the United States for a long time. And I don't know if it was popular or not. Probably not, since it went away. Last year, all of a sudden, I was at the store. Well, I was shocked. I see this on the shelf, Seagram's 83. I said, whoa, wait a minute. I know about this product. It's got a totally different bottle in Canada. But I start looking at it carefully. I say American, and then I see Kentucky and all of that. I say, oh, Sazerac's just using the name because they bought the rights to Seagram's 83 in 2016 from Diageo, the owners of Seagram's and Crown Royal, formerly known as Seagram's Crown Royal, I might add. That's right. It was called Seagram's Crown Royal. But they only call it Crown Royal now since Seagram's is, you know, they went out of business. In the year 2000, when a bunch of companies bought the rights to their brands. Pernod Ricard bought the rights to the Seagram's gin and vodka. Very popular brands, as you well know. Or you should know, but you probably know that. Crown Royal was bought by Diageo. And Seagram's ginger ale, which is very popular, was bought by Coca-Cola. And I guess they just shared and negotiated how they would use the trademark. Okay, no big deal. The Seagram's distillery in Lawrenceburg, Indiana was bought by a different company, and they still distill there. Still says Seagram's on the smokestack, but they don't own it. Seagram's, I think their Montreal distillery was bought by Sazerac. Their Lewiston, Maine White Rock distillery was bought by Sazerac. Well, it goes on and on. Okay. But we don't want to get into all that. People say, well, you're boring me to death. Okay. But I like the history of it. But last year, Sazerac came out with this thing. Now I see it everywhere. Every liquor store sells Seagram's 83. And I mean everybody. When I say liquor store, when I say liquor store in Louisiana, I mean a store that sells liquor, which means every gas station, every convenience store, and every supermarket, basically. Because we don't have strict laws. You go to a grocery store, they got a liquor section. I go to Walmart, they got a liquor section. Most states don't have liquor at Walmart. We do. Now, some states like Florida, they got Walmart liquors, a liquor store, but it just happens to be the same store as the Walmart in your town. But it's detached. It's in the same building, but you got to go outside and come around to go in the front door. So it theoretically, it's a different store. They're playing a game. That's the problem with these regulations. They don't mean much. They used to do the same thing in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. But Baton Rouge dropped that rule. I know why, because Total Wine wanted to come to Baton Rouge. And they're not, I don't know what they are. It's a liquor store or something. But all of a sudden now, all the grocery stores can sell liquor and not in a restricted, separate, so-called separate store. Okay, whatever. Baton Rouge, that was the city ordinance, not a state regulation. I know in Chalmette, Louisiana, I don't know if that's the rule anymore. I think they dropped it. But in Chalmette, in St. Bernard Parish, or as they pronounce it down there, St. Benoit. I don't know how you get Benoit out of Bernard, but they used to you could only buy liquor at a liquor store. A real liquor store. You couldn't buy it at the gas station. You couldn't buy it at the grocery store. You had to go to a liquor store. But pretty sure the last time I went to Chalmette, I went to the gas station, racetrack, and they had liquor there. So I said, well, they changed the rule. All right. I'm sure Super Discount Store wasn't too happy because they were like the premier liquor store down there. They had no competition. Super Discount Store. Pretty good store, too. On Louisiana Highway 47 northbound in Chalmette. Pretty good store. They have some good specials, but it's so far away. I never go there. We're talking about minimum 1 hour drive, and I don't think so. I might drive that far to a Savannah Discount, but that's more legendary. That's the most legendary liquor store in Louisiana. That's the most incredible place. Discount Depot is the second most incredible one. And International Market's up there. They got some pretty legendary things in there. That's a pretty impressive place. The Whiskey Scout said, if I lived down here, I'd go broke. If I lived down here, I'd go broke. And Super Discount Store is, if I lived around New Orleans, like really into the city, like where my sister lives, yeah, I'd be going to Super Discount every month just to check it out. She's down the street from it. But I'm not. I can't show you the product. I'm going to show you the products with my eyes closed. You're going to see one is darker than the other. Whatever one's darker is the Seagram's 83. Because it got that caramel color added. I can't look. Price. Iron Wheel was $8.99. Seagram's 83 going to be about $11.99, $12.99. Why? Is it better? No, you're paying for the name. Always, you're paying for the name. You can buy a lot of cheap Canadian whiskeys, and then you buy Seagram's VO. It's going to be way more expensive, even though it's not way better. Because you're paying for the name. Seagram's 7 Crown, which every liquor store in America sells, the American blended whiskey. Seagram's 7. You're going to always pay more. I didn't say it is better. I admit in that case it's better, but maybe it doesn't justify the price point. But you're buying the name. Paying for the name. Oh, there's that Ford Power Stroke diesel engine. Some viewer told me, I know that engine. If I hear it, I know it. Big truck, F-250. All right. It smells like whiskey, of course, but I don't know. There's a little of that creme brulee. And I remember the Seagram's 83 having this strange creme brulee flavor. Why would it have that? Okay, you say that's the flavor they use, creme brulee flavoring. Oh, and it's a natural flavor too. So they took it right from the creme brulee plant. Oh, wait a minute. This is a weird flavor, aroma. I don't know. This one's very like bright corn. It's like loud corn, loud distillate, corn distillate. Oh man. I could taste it on my tongue, and I'm just smelling the fumes. I could smell the fumes on my tongue. You know what I'm saying? I could taste the whiskey on my tongue. Just the fumes, the molecules. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. Not so much in that one. All right. Oh well. So with the taste. Oh, a lot of sugar water. All whiskey to me tastes like sugar water. I'm serious. I'm not doing this so I can peek and look at the label. I'm trying to think. That's sugary, and that is like a roasted marshmallow. All right. That one is more straight, like bourbon flavor. Corn, charred oak, vanilla, the honeysuckle nectar, like just the flavors you expect with bourbon. I'm not going to say it tastes like Buffalo Trace. That's $23 a bottle. No, it tastes like Iron Wheel, which is $8.99 a bottle. Well, it was when I bought it. I think it went up to $9.99. All right. But what I'm saying is the general principle that you get here is bourbon. Like most people would say, oh, what brand of bourbon is that? Buffalo Trace? And I'd be like, no, that's like a much cheaper brand, a variant of it. They might be using 25% Buffalo Trace, but I bet you it's not a barrel pick unless the barrel was bad. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, oh, wait, what happened to this Buffalo Trace barrel? Oh, it got too hot or didn't get enough heat. We can't use this in Buffalo Trace. Dump it into that other stuff. You say that's terrible to say that. You're a cynic. I don't think it's terrible to say it because I think that's what they do, and you're still going to get a pretty good product. It just doesn't fit into their tolerances things. It has to fit this within this allowance. If it goes outside of those parameters, could be a sweetness parameter. It goes slightly outside. Can't do it. Nagada. I don't know what they're trying to do with Seagram's 83. I really don't. You say, you're stupid. Don't you realize they're trying to make a whiskey taste like roasted marshmallows? Can't you grasp that? I can grasp it. I just hope that's not true. Okay, but it tastes like it's true. All right, yeah. This has got to be the Seagram's 83. Now, is it better than the other one? No. It's not as good, really. It's too peculiar. It's not bad, though. I'm glad I bought it. It's not bad. But for $18.99 for a handle, I don't know, man. Maybe it's $19.99. It's cheaper per ounce if you buy the handle. Certainly wouldn't be on my top 10 list, and it wouldn't be on my, oh, y'all got to go buy this list. It's there. It exists. If you do reviews like me, I like to try everything. Yeah, buy it. It's not some kind of terrible thing, but it can't compete against Seagram's VO. No, 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 no. That's Canadian anyway. And I think now, if you look at the LCBO website, Liquor Control Board of Ontario, they say it's aged 6 years. I don't know where they're getting that information from. I would assume the distiller, Sazerac Canada, as it's called today. But there's no U.S. sources that say that. If you look at all the U.S., like the Sazerac website, they don't say anything about the aging. Mm-mm. Or they talk about how wonderful it is, of course, but they don't say the aging. You say, but it might be different for Canada and the United States. Right. Yeah, it's a good flavor. Okay, Seagram's 83. Oh, no, don't tell me I did this wrong. Are you telling me the one I thought was 83 was the Iron Wheel? I know I poured them carefully when I poured them. I looked at the labels. So I got labels. I got little labels down below. Well, I got to live with it, but boy, your mind can play tricks on you. Let me tell you that, boy. Now, what can I think of as an excuse? Let's see. Oh, well, you all know Buffalo Trace has a house style. And y'all know Buffalo Trace tends to taste the same one after the other. Old Charter doesn't taste that different from Buffalo Trace, let's be frank, and from Ancient Age. And from Very Old Barton. I've had Very Old Barton, but that comes from, it does come from Buffalo Trace, but most of it is made at the sister distillery over there in Bardstown, Barton 1792 distillery. But I say, I don't know. That doesn't sound like a good excuse. So that's the one that tastes more like bourbon. Maybe that's the natural flavor, natural bourbon flavoring. Actually, that's a real flavor you can buy. Natural bourbon flavoring. It's a flavoring extract from bourbon. I know that sounds bizarre, but it's true. There's a flavoring you can buy called oak extract. They add it to Triple Crown American blended whiskey. I'm not joking about that. I'm not kidding. Go look at the Triple Crown website. That's from Weston, Missouri, McCormick Distilling. And tells you right there on the website, American whiskey with oak extract. I'll say, what will people think of next? It's aged in oak, but it's probably old used oak barrels from 1958. Got no char left on them. So they're using oak to age it, and then they add oak extract to get it more of an oak taste. Sounds terrible, doesn't it? It's actually not too bad. If you find Triple Crown, it's not too bad. I found a bottle. I'm not going to buy it again, but I know where to buy it. I know where to find it. Oh, yeah. That's Star. Star has it. Kenner, Louisiana Highway 49 southbound. The legendary Star. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention Star. The legendary Star. Oh, that. They got their own barrel picks. Well, let me go see who's calling, y'all. Y'all take care now.